Nostalgia.
Hello guys, welcome back to another video. So last year in 2022, there was a film based upon a book by David Walliams in November time last year, and that was Gangsta Granny Strikes Again. And it was a book series for kids. No, it's not a book series, but it's a book from a book series. So the book series is for lots of David Walliams books, and you could say the book series because it's got lots of different sort of stories, but with the same sort of thing. Like, it's sort of this and it's sort of that, with weird and bizarre stuff in the book. Cool, like for example, when in Grandpa's Great Escape, it's the wife of this the son of the grandpa. The wife is like, she works at a cheese factory. We never see that much stuff like in books nowadays, but I'm like, basically, you don't know who David Walliams is. David Walliams is a modern version of Roald Dahl, you can say. And I'm not into David Walliams, but I'm into his films, and nowadays his films are not really good than it used to be. Maybe because I'm grown up, or maybe because, well, it's all different. The charm is not really good than it used to. Yeah, so what I want to say about is Gangsta Granny Strikes Again. Not really good than they used to be. Not really good than the first one. The first one is good because it's nostalgic, and even though it's got the same sort of thing, like the lines is the same, the humour is the same, and everything else, but the off-putting thing is different actors in it, and different sort of story, obviously, because Grandma's dead, so I mean, like, that makes sense. But there's a little bit of reference to the grandma, who played by, can't remember her name, but she also plays Miss Marple. Something like this, Gangsta Granny is something to do with a cat, or this boy who is nothing to do with the original actor who plays the grandson. And I mean, like, that makes no sense at all. It makes no sense why there's different actors playing the same role, the same characters as before. It makes no sense. Why did you just get the original cast back or something? It makes sense for other movies because there's problems with actors or whatever, but with David Walliams, nothing has gone wrong. So why different actors? I have no idea. So I don't know, but what I like about the original, it's because the recent version of Gangsta Granny 2, hasn't got the good, it hasn't got the charm that it used to have. Because I can't really remember it, because it's not on BBC iPlayer anymore. It's probably on UK TV Play or something, because that's when I watched Billionaire Boy and last year, and I feel like Billionaire Boy is not the best David Walliams film, but it is doable, and I do like that film. I don't hugely love it like Grandpa's Great Escape or probably, although Grandpa's Great Escape is not really good, is it? I mean, like, I think my favourite out of all the films is probably either Boy in the Dress or Gangsta Granny. Those are the most favourite ones I like, out of all the two. Out of the two of them I like. I mean, like, most of them is like, meh. I do like all of the David Walliams films, don't get me wrong, but like, it's not the same than it used to be, just so you know. If I'm not speaking clearly, because, you know why? Because I just, for some reason, the volume is not really good today. So I mean, like, I am speaking clearly, but the volume is not really good. I'm just saying. And yeah. Anyway, back to David Walliams. So this does not really count as a Christmas special, but it is kind of a Christmas special when it comes to my nostalgia. And I mean, like, let's face it, it's around December time, but it's actually, but it's actually November, but really, I just like, I can't put some stuff in on December time, so I have to put on November at the moment. So I mean, like, whatever. Anyway, back to David Walliams. This is my reaction to last year's Gangsta Granny 2. I feel like, what is up with the Queen? Why is the Queen acting all weird? Like, in the first Gangsta Granny film, it's all the same, but like, you like it because of that. You should have had something different in the second one, but it felt, it was different, but like, it was too different. The comedy was different, and the lines were different. Don't get me wrong, it's supposed to be different, but like, it's not different, it's too different. The actors are not, if the actors were if actors was the same again, not different actors, if they had the same actors, it'd probably be doable, but this is too, like, what the hell is this? So I mean, like, as a game, this is not really my nostalgia, it's like a my nostalgia recap, sort of, what is this, what is going on. This is Gangsta Granny 2 for crying out loud. It's not Gangsta Granny 2 the best sequel, it's Gangsta Granny 2 the sequel. I don't know. So you can watch on BBC iPlayer at the moment. Probably in 2024, 2025 it won't be on there, it'll probably be on a different streaming service, but I'm like, at the moment it's on BBC iPlayer, so have a go looking at it right now. But I'm like, so if the links down below is gonna be like, oh, you can't find it, oh, there's an error going on or something, that's why, because it came off on BBC iPlayer, something like, you know. So what you think about this stupid film? I know lots of people think, oh, it's good, this film is really, really good. If you're a child, obviously. I'm not a child anymore, but I still like all the other David Walliams films. Like, the recent one was like Midnight Gang. That wasn't really good, but it was doable good. It wasn't like super good, like Boy in the Dress or Gangsta Granny or Billionaire Boy. It's nothing to do with that, but it was different. But it was, and maybe because the director or the BBC or David Walliams thought, yeah, it's not really good, but we're gonna put it out there anyway. We're gonna put it on, we're gonna put it on the BBC anyway, just because it's Christmas time. What else can we do? Put the boy, the horse, and the mole. But that's a really good film. I do appreciate that film, and I think that's a really good film so far. Like, out of all the films on Christmas time, that's the most favourite film I watch. And the last thing I want to watch is Gangsta Granny. Like, as I said before, every December time, every year in the past, I think, okay, it's nearly Christmas, could we watch David Walliams? Sometimes the new book films, whatever you want to call it, comes out, and some of them don't. Because I haven't seen Ratburn, but it's not good like the other ones I like. Something like, probably because I'm old, but I'm like, I'm still old, and I still like the David Walliams films, and at least I'm missing something here, I'm not sure. So, yeah, what do you think? Put in the comments down below. If you agree with me, make sure to, you know, like this video. If you don't agree with me, well, if that's your opinion. But I'm like, please tell me I'm not the only one thinking that this film is a little bit weird, because I don't really like the Queen in this one. Like, the inspector, the one who spies on the family, I'm not sure what his name is anymore, but the one who goes in the disguise, like the letterbox is really funny, I like that. Or when he was in the bush, he was in the bush or something, that was really funny. But that's not what I really like. But then he goes over the top thinking, oh, the Queen is kicking the football in the pitch, what is up with that? I mean, like, I like the Queen in the first one because she was like doing her job. She was wandering around, wanted to do what she wanted to do. She did it in this one, but like the first one, she wanted to do what she wanted to do, hang out in the museum or whatever it was. Again, I can't remember in the first one, but I know that, you know. But this one, the second one's like, it's the script writers alright, because what happened in the script away? What happened in the script? Something happened in the script, because somebody put, okay, the Queen has to kick a football. Okay, the Queen has to eat, or mostly all of the sweets out of Raj's shop. Okay, who wrote that? I know the script writers, but seriously, why did you want her to be? She's the queen. She's not one of those characters that you don't really care very well. She's the flipping queen. Okay, I know that the queen in the first one was played by, I can't remember her name, but she's a really good actress, and she was like, okay. This one's like not really demonstrating the queen as a good person. Seriously, I don't really like this version of the Gangsta Granny 2 Strikes Again, if you want to call it Strikes Again, because we hardly seen the Gangsta Granny character. Like, we just see her like appearance because she's dead already, and I mean, like, as you know, in the first one, and I'm like, then you get new characters in that you don't really know, like the neighbours or something. And this boy, this grandson, I can't remember his name, but I know he's got this sort of fight going along, and he's got something to do with a black cat or something. Makes no sense at all. Like, cause I was watching this on when it came out, and I thought I was watching it on BBC iPlayer because I missed a bit, because I was doing some work back then, so I thought maybe I would press the green button and watch on BBC iPlayer, and I'm like, okay, I did so, and so far it wasn't really good, but like, it's okay if you're like young and you like stuff like this, but if you're like me and you feel like, oh, not one of those nasty David Walliams films, if a new one's come out, I expect it to be a little bit properly, like Gangsta Granny or Boy in the Dress or Billionaire Boy. Those ones are not really good. Okay, they are really good. Really good story, really good actors in it, but they're not really good than, well, the original ones. Where I'm like, but their ones are really old, but not because they're old, not because they're charming, not because they're anything else. It's because you love them. You love those versions of the David Walliams books. These ones are like, the charm is not there anymore. Like, the Midnight Gang, that came out in 2018 or 19. And I feel like, what is this? And why is Raj in a hospital? That makes no sense. Makes no sense why Raj is in the flipping book series anyway, but like, if they had like the naughtiest children or the cleverest children or the worst children or something like that, if they had that in like a big series on BBC, I'll watch it. If they'd done it really good anyway. If it done really terribly like Gangsta Granny 2, I probably wouldn't watch. I probably watched 2 episodes and that's it, or 1 episode maybe. But I'm like, I don't know. But what do you think? Put in the comments down below, and yeah. Okay, that was the break. That was the advert break, because that's what normally happens in these videos. So welcome back to another part of the video where we discuss this stupid movie. You know, one of those famous people when they turn in and they do then they do models of them in the museum or the whatever that you want to call it. I can't really remember, but I know it's somewhere in Liverpool. But I'm like, anyway, so I'm like, that's interesting. And then it goes a little bit boring with the fact like, oh, Raj and the boy. That is a little bit boring in this one. I'm like, and then they come across the Queen, who's now acting to be a model. I don't understand. Not a model like you see in the newspapers, but model like a wax model. Oh, I'm going to do this now. What is this? Makes no sense. So that's what I think about this version. Makes no sense at all. And if I read the book, I haven't already. I don't read any David Walliams books nowadays. I used to, but not anymore. But if I did, I think the book would be a little bit better than the film, and that's what to be fair, I'm lying. I read another book called Bad Dad. Good book. It was a good book. It was a good story and everything. That's what I really wanted to see properly. I'm not really sure last year what I wanted to see when it comes to the David Walliams films, but man, like, Bad Dad is a good series, a good book, and it's a good story. Why did you just do that? I don't know. They should have more I don't know what you want to call it. They should have had more progress. Thinking, okay, what do you want to do, David? Do you want to do this, or do you want to do that? When it comes to the films, and he probably picked Gangsta Granny, of course. Probably first of all, he probably put Have a Bad Dad, and then the producer thought, okay, let's try it out. Think, oh no, that's not really good. Let's do Gangsta Granny 2. But anyway, this is my humble opinion. I'm not really saying this is fact. This is my opinion, and this is my review of it. I know it's not a good review, but this is what I got so far. It is rubbish. The original is better than this one, and if you agree with me, click the like button, guys, and subscribe if you're new to the channel. But then, like, I'm probably overreacting here, but I'm like, what? Like, why? Like, okay, I know that lots of people think, oh, I like these sort of films and books by David Walliams. Good for you. Do you? I don't blame you. But I'm like, these ones are not really good than they used to be. Midnight Gang was ending on a good note when it came to his films. But the only downfall is that I don't think you're really good. I think you are really good with your films, but nowadays the charm is not good. If you put the charm back with the worst kids in, or whatever the book's called nowadays, you know, the part 2 or part 3 or part 4 with the worst kids ever, or whatever it was called, and you put it into a series on December time, or whatever you want to call it, on BBC iPlayer, do it, please, and I will watch it if it's got the charm, like the original. Not like the original, like Gangsta Granny 2, but like a new thing. It's a new thing, and Gangsta Granny 2 is a new thing, but it doesn't feel like a new thing. It feels like what we watched before. These stupid, whatever you want to call it. It's that. It's not really super David Walliams film. It's like a super lame David Walliams film. Like, it's not really from David Walliams, it's from somebody else who discussed it with David Walliams, if you know what I mean. Like, the producers directed it, or the producers produced it. It's not really David Walliams, because back in the day, it was not only a person, it was also David Walliams. You can tell, because you can read it in every single credit from his books, from his films on December. So I mean, like, every December there is Boxing Day or whatever, there's always David Walliams films, and nowadays it's not really good, and I don't blame people who think that, because this is rubbish. Seriously. So I'm not sure what else to say, and I feel like, yeah, I feel like Raj is getting old. The actor who played Raj is getting old. He's not supposed to be here anymore. I mean, like, I don't know, but, and the Queen, seriously, why is she in this book? And why is she in this film? Like, why? It makes no sense anymore. And I think another one, that should have been probably done on December time that isn't Gangsta Granny 2. It's probably Bananas something to do with the World War II or something. Bananas, Spy Bananas or something like that. That should have been a Christmas special, or a Christmas David Walliams film. No. So, if I'm overreacting, I'm so sorry, guys, but it makes no sense why you want to make, Gangsta Granny 2. I know it's one of the best well-known David Walliams books, but that doesn't mean you have to make a sequel. If it was just a book sequel, that'll be good. If you make a film sequel, it makes no sense, and if it did make sense, why is the original actors not in it? Tell me. And the other downfall is, it felt like it was in a rush. It felt like not only it felt like a half an hour movie, but it is a half an hour movie. The other ones are half an hour, or whatever you want to call it, but like, they don't feel like half an hour. They feel like an hour movie, not half an hour movie, and that's what happened to this film. It feels like it was in a rush. That's what it feels like. I'm not even making it up, guys. And what is this? You know what I mean? What is this anymore? I don't know. So, what do you think? I think I'm overreacting here, but just be real, guys. This one is not really good. And I know lots of people think, oh, my nostalgia for David Walliams is probably this, and I feel like this one's really good for recent sort of versions. I think, do you, whatever you want to say, this is your opinion as well, but like, my opinion is this, and this is what I'm going to say. This version is rubbish. 20 or 30 or 40 years time, I feel like, yeah, that's okay, but at the moment, this is rubbish. And that's all I want to say, it's rubbish. So I'm like, it's not rubbish like, Jaws 4 rubbish, or it's not rubbish like, I don't know, all the other bad films rubbish, like you see on Horror Channel or whatever you want to call it. It's not those all rubbish, it's rubbish like they haven't got the charm, they haven't got the actors back, they haven't got anything back. It feels lifeless, this version. And I feel like the Queen has got dementia or something. She's got some kind of illness. Like, why is she kicking a football in a stadium when it makes no sense to the story? And why is she eating so many sweets when she's supposed to be in hospital? She's eating so many. Actually, I may be overthinking it, but seriously, this version is so rubbish. I can't even want to watch this film anymore. I only watched it once, and I feel like I was watching it with my family, and I was just trying to say, can we watch something else? This is not a David Walliams film. But I say, it is, and that's why you wanted to see a David Walliams film. And so you're like, it is, because I pressed the green button on BBC iPlayer, and it doesn't feel like a David Walliams. I know it says David Walliams' Gangsta Granny Strikes Again, but it's not. Like, I like the scene when it was white when they, at the beginning, when this grandson character looks at the coffin, and then a little black cat comes along. That's okay. That's it. And same with this old lady who's a neighbour or something. That's also really good. But then it drags on to something really boring, like the neighbour, the sneaky little neighbours who think that the black cat is really horrible or something, when it's not. It's just a grandson. This is really okay. If it was on a piece of paper, it would probably be alright. But when it's on film, it's really weird, really rushed, really bizarre, and really doesn't make any sense whatsoever. And I like the original because even though that didn't really make any sense, you like that because you probably like the actress who played the Gangsta Granny, or you like Miss Marple or something. I don't know anymore. But like, what else can I say about it? Like, what else can I say? I have no idea. This is rubbish. And I know lots of people thinking, it's not rubbish, it's because you're grown up and you don't think it's good. And okay, I'm old. I'm an old lad now, and I still think the originals, I watched the original Gangsta Granny, I think, on UK TV Play as well. Not only I watched Billionaire Boy on UK TV Play, but I also watched Gangsta Granny on UK TV Play, and I loved it because I like the original. And I'm not saying it's the kid self is back again watching it. It's because I just feel like this one's better. If they had like a sequel that'll be a little bit better, I love it. This one is just terrible. I know it's not really a best review ever, and I know it's not a best my nostalgia, even though it's not really my nostalgia, it is a rubbish version of my nostalgia, because it's not really part of the series, but you could say it's part of the series, because I'm just saying, the original is what I like the original. The sequel's not really good. I don't know, most sequels aren't really good, but some sequels are really good, like Jaws 2, that's really good, The Wrath of Khan, that's really good. The Empire Strikes Back from Star Wars, really good. Why is this not really good? Am I missing something? I don't know. So what do you think? Put it in the comments down below. And if you have nothing to say, just like the video. That's all I want to say. Thank you very much for watching, and I'll see you next time. Bye.